So thank you guys for joining us. My name is Cass. I am the co-founder of Oreo Collective, and I'm also a fellow bride-to-be. So I'm so excited to talk about all things from beauty and wellness and the stresses of planning a wedding during COVID. I totally get the struggle. I'm going through it right now. So I totally get how you guys feel. Maybe you're newly engaged. It's going to be a really fun conversation, getting to talk to experts. So I'm going to go through and introduce the panelists to you guys. So first up, we have Dr. Dennis Gross, who is the dermatologist and co-founder of Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare. We have Candace Butler. She is the Kleinfeld Bridal stylist. We have Shadia Rahman. She's the International Education Manager for Huda Beauty. And we have Rachel Katzen, CEO and co-founder of P.volve, and Anna Kimball, and she is the Director of Education and Events for Drybar. And I also just want to note to make sure to stick around after the event because we will be giving out an exclusive discount and everyone will be receiving a $250 gift card to Kleinfeld Bridal. So make sure you stick around after the event and you'll be getting that in your inboxes. So the first question is for everyone. And we're going to probably start off with Dr. Dennis Gross to answer this first. But the question is, what is the #1 question brides ask for or hope to achieve for their wedding? And how has this changed in the past several months? And has your answer changed?
The answer is yes to all the above. Basically, everyone wants a clear complexion. You know, that's the thing. And it seems like, you know, lots of brides come in and either they say, I want to make sure my complexion stays clear, or they'll say, you know what, this is not good enough. Or it's their big day and they want to look as good as possible, you know. So for all those reasons, brides come in. And so clear skin on your wedding day is something that I agree with. It all starts there. So first of all, you know, breakouts start as a result of stress to begin with, right? What a bummer. You're stressed out and your skin can start to break out because you're stressed out. Also, people are wearing masks, right? Maskne is a real thing now. So I'm seeing a lot more of that coming into the office. So a clear skin, that's really what they need, a clear complexion. So right now, you have to get off to an early start. That's my advice, you know. Don't let your complexion start to go south. If you start to see a little something, get better. Keep it under control. That's really, really important, you know. And the big thing is, you know, makeup covers it, but if you have little bumps, I know my patients, but they really don't like that. So we are really, really saying to everybody, now's the time to just make sure your complexion is really as good as it can get. We'll talk about other things, but that's the first thing.
Okay, Candace, do you want to answer that question next?
Yeah, we think that, we think brides still want to be their best and most confident versions of themselves on their wedding day. And even with the change that's been happening rapidly over the 7 months in this world, you know, a bride still wants to feel confident. She still wants to feel beautiful, and everything that she envisioned on her wedding day, that hasn't changed for the brides that's out here now. So that's what I think.
Yeah. Shadia?
So from a makeup point of view, it definitely links really, really closely with skincare because the makeup can only look as beautiful as the skin underneath. And so it is really important for us that the skin has been taken such good care of before you even start thinking about makeup. And I would say that what I've really found in terms of what COVID has changed is that I've done bridal makeup for many, many years. And what I always find was brides were always looking for that end result. So they would have an image in their head and they were just focused on what they were going to look like on their wedding day, and having someone else come in and, you know, do that for them, sorry. And what's happening now is that brides are having to rethink that and think about doing the makeup themselves. So rather than just focusing on the end result, they're now thinking about the journey and thinking more in detail about, rather than just, I want a nude eye or I'm looking for a nude lip, they're now wanting to understand the why. Okay, so I want a nude eye. what exact colors am I going to look for? So I feel like brides no longer just want an answer from a makeup artist to say, this is what I think is right for you. They want to know the understanding and the reasons behind the why and how to actually get there, and the step-by-step and the process, because it's no longer just a one trial and then your big day of trying the makeup. It's now a process of where you're going to want to try it yourself, maybe 4, 5, 10 times of doing the makeup yourself at home. So that has definitely changed from COVID. But of course, some things are still the same, and that's brides really wanting to look their best self, which really links into what Candice was just saying. Brides still want to look beautiful, feel confident, and that is still exactly the same. So some things have changed, but not everything.
Yeah, totally get that. I'm considering doing my own makeup too, so I think I would have to try it like 10 times before the big day. Rachel?
Hi. I think fitness is, it's about confidence and what comes with that. And I think on your big wedding day, you just want to feel very confident in your skin and in your dress. So I think not a lot has changed in terms of the answers that we're getting. Usually it's all about what you want to accentuate in your dress. For some brides, usually what we see, it's a lot of arms and shoulders, sometimes back or booty if you're wearing a really skin tight, dress. But I think today it's shown brides that I don't have to get to the gym, right? I can find a streaming service that might be more cost effective than getting a personal trainer for X number of months. But, we really like to spend time and really understand what are your goals and what are you trying to achieve on that day, and what is that feature that you really want to show off, so that we can kind of tailor a program or point you in the right direction in our streaming platform or in our, live classes to make sure that you're really achieving that goal. So I think the only thing that's really changed is more of that in-person interaction, whether it's with a personal trainer or you're coming to classes, and now it's all virtual. But we're really seeing some great results through this kind of digital experience that we've all had to adapt to.
Totally. And Anna?
Hi. I am also a COVID bride here coming up in a few months. So I definitely understand what everyone's going through, and it's so nice to already hear some great tips from the panelists. But in terms of hair, it's very similar to what everyone else said. I think that the end goal is very similar. And one of the things that we hear all the time is frizz and a style that's going to last all night. And I think the way we're approaching that now is, how do we do that on our own, maybe without our favorite dry bar stylist or our favorite hairstylist to do it for us? So I think it kind of ties into, and we'll hear a little bit more about it later in this session, is that self-care at home. And really taking care of that hair health, because everyone wants that beautiful, long, shiny, healthy looking hair for their wedding. And what we're seeing a little bit less of is that high maintenance hair. So we're seeing a little bit less of those extensions and over processing, and a lot more on kind of that self-care and how can I get my hair healthy for my wedding.
Yeah, it's a good excuse to try to get nicer, healthier hair.
Exactly.
So next, we're going to just talk about prepping ahead of the big day. So for Dr. Dennis Gross, what products, both topical and devices, I have a few of your devices that I swear by, but I'm excited to hear what you're going to say, would you recommend building into your regimen for achieving beautiful, glowing skin on your big day?
Okay, so here's the thing about the big day. It's your face, but now it's your body too. That's the thing that I've learned. And that's, all the products we develop come from the patients who talk to us. So I really have brides talking to me about their aspirations, and they come in for services, right? So I will then use that as an understanding of what we need out there. So we have now worked on products, for example, on the body, because the shoulder's going to show. You can get such luminous skin now, in the arms. We have the new product that we launched. I don't even know if you have it, Cassie. It's the exfoliating alpha beta body peel. So it's this pad that you put on, and what happens is that, for example, you never know how much better your arms and your legs can look, because moisturizers only go so far. So you know, what we're doing is we're actually exfoliating first, okay? And when you exfoliate first, you have no idea how much dead skin there is that's actually blocked your moisturizer from getting in to begin with, right? So, and then at the same time, it gives you this, this hydration, this incredible luminosity. So the body is huge now, okay? And so we have this, this body peel. Then the alpha beta peel face, right? #1 selling peel in the world. I know it's really been amazing for people, and it helps so many different issues that it's the way to go for like all these different problems. And that's why peels are still like, you know, we talked about, I mean, these lasers that are so popular for the body too, by the way. But the point is that, you know, if you're coming in for something, it's going to be a peel. It's going to be included, because peels are always like the #1 multitasker, right? For pores and complexion, and for fine lines and wrinkles and radiance. And it's all because like getting rid of that top layer of dead, dull skin that people don't realize is the reason that they may have blocked themselves from looking more younger and even more radiant, or they don't realize how much better they can still look, you know? So that's why the alpha beta facial product is, so the alpha beta face peel is so important too. And it's part of the toolbox of the bride. And then there's devices now, which are the real high-tech things you can do at home, right? So we have this product called the FaceWear Pro that delivers LED, both red and blue, for complexion, acne bacteria, fine lines, wrinkles, collagen. Like the key thing you must do, you know, if you're a bride and you're looking to look great, is keep your collagen plumped, keep your collagen firmed, and give yourself as much as you can. So peels do that. The FaceWear Pro does that. And then vitamin C serum does that. So these are the key things that I always tell brides to look for. And the great news is that listen, I've been doing this a while, that after they come back to see me and now they're mothers, oh, it's just a wonderful thing to be a dermatologist and see this happen to people, get married and participate in this journey with them. So then they come back, you know, I see them with their kids in their carriage, you know, and I'm having goosebumps as we talk. And so then they come in and then they continue these great habits, you know, and the ones that did, from like use their wedding day to like really be the day of inspiration and implementation, they kept it up and they look great. They look great 5 years later. So that's my story about what brides should look for and think about skincare wise.
Yeah, it's interesting what you said about body. I feel like I do such a good job taking care of my face, and I have all spots on my chest. So I'm like, for my wedding, my dress was like a little low cut, and I'm like, my face is not going to match the glow as much in my chest.
Alpha beta body peel, baby.
Yeah.
So get this to you, Cass. This thing is ridiculous. It's instantaneous. And look, let me tell you, the people who've done this product, we just launched it, and it was just like, Allure just did a story that you can on their .com. It is just like crazy what you can do. These giant oversized towelettes that you put on. I love the fact that you wanted to try a makeup. I thought that was great what you said to Shadia about, yes, I agree with what she says. I want to use something 5 times before I put it on for my big day. Let me tell you the great thing about when you see the opportunity to improve your body skin, it is a game changer. And you're right, the concept of matching, because your faces are all going to look beautiful. Really, you're going to have, this is your big day. Your makeup is ready. Your skin's going to be better. You know, it's going to be ready, and we're going to make sure of that as we talk more. But the point I'm making is that when your body looks good, you have no idea how great your entire look, head to toe, looks. It's beautiful.
Yes, love it. Okay, so I'm going to announce the winner of our first giveaway. So the first giveaway is receiving 1 virtual consultation with Dr. Dennis Gross and a $200 gift card to Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare valued at $550. And the winner is Haley B. So if you didn't win, I just want to let everyone know that you can receive a 15% discount on drdennisgross.com with the code DGBRIDE15. So the next question is for Huda Beauty, and it is, what do we need to have in our at-home kits to achieve long-lasting makeup on our wedding day? What should we be prepared to bring for day of touch-ups?
Yeah, this is one of the most asked questions, I would say. And the key word that you just mentioned was long lasting. I think, you know, when we are getting ready to do our makeup every day going to work, we want it to last, but it only needs to last about 8 hours. But the key thing here is that you're going to be getting ready quite early in the morning and hoping to keep it on all through the day, all through the night. And, you know, you're going to have cameras there. There's going to be lights. You're going to be in different environments. And it's just so important to really focus on what I kind of call like invisible products that are on the skin. So a lot of people will launch straight into their complexion and their eye colors and all of those products that are visibly seen, but they will forget to use a primer under the skin. They'll forget to use a powder on the skin. And although those products are not visibly apparent when you're putting them on, you know, you could initially, if someone puts a primer on and then their foundation, it's not immediately obvious, but it is obvious 3, 4, 5 hours later, because if you didn't use it, your makeup's slipping. And if you did, your makeup looks flawless. We do a few different products that are going to be amazing for every single bride out there, regardless of what your skin type is, your skin texture. They will suit everyone. One of them is actually our water jelly primer. So this is actually quite a new product. I don't know how easy it is to see on the screen there, but it's completely transparent. So it's going to completely fade into the skin, and it does, you know, keep the moisture locked in. But what its main job is to do is to create a really smooth base and to make sure that your makeup lasts throughout the day. So this is a really great product. It actually acts almost like a magnet for the makeup to stick to. And what I'd really suggest is investing in your complexion. If you've spent all that time really focusing on, you know, getting your skin to such a good place, you don't then want to cover it with the wrong color or the wrong finish of your foundation, because that is what's going to be seen in your pictures. And it's so important that, you know, you don't want to look back and think, oh my God, my foundation was the wrong color. It's so important that you spend time really investing in the right products for your skin. What I would say is, again, just talking about a few of our products, we launched a new foundation. It's a stick formula, and this is actually called Full Filter Skin Finish. And it literally makes it look like you have a filter on your skin, but it still looks like skin. So because your skin's going to look amazing because you've invested all that time and all that effort into prepping your skin and, you know, all of that amazing skincare work that you've done, don't cover it up completely. Your skin should still look like skin, and you still want to look like yourself. And that's the most important thing. Don't cover it up. Don't try and put more and more on. Don't try and, you know, keep hiding everything. It's about enhancement. So think about all these kind of invisible products that are going to keep your makeup on for longer, and really, really focus on getting your complexion to a good place.
Love it. I love anything that has the name filter in it. I would love my skin to look like a filter in real life. We love that. Okay, so next, hair. Back to hair, dry bar. So we know that a top concern for many brides is wanting healthy hair ahead of a wedding. How far in advance would you recommend a bride working on achieving healthy, shiny hair, or do you have any tips on getting your hair into tip-top shape?
Yes, all of the above. So obviously the sooner the better. If you're really trying to achieve those super healthy, luscious locks and you want them long, you know, we hear that a lot from brides wanting their hair to be longer. The sooner that you can start really addressing your individual hair needs, the better. So, you know, as we're all kind of in lockdown in some areas and shut down, it's a great time to really kind of treat your hair nice. Maybe you're washing it less, which is totally okay. That's going to help distribute those natural oils throughout your hair to really help moisturize it and keep it healthy. But it also depends on your hair type. So it's really about the perfect balance of moisture or protein. People with finer hair or chemically processed hair tend to need more protein in their hair to really help you know, build that strength in the hair cuticle. And then people with thicker hair or more coarse hair, they tend to need additional moisture because your hair is just going to soak it up. So really taking the time and looking at what products, you know, you really need. If you've got that finer hair, we have plenty of products, and one of them I cannot wait to talk about that has vegan protein in it. And it's actually going to be great for fine hair or thick hair, and that is liquid glass. It's called Liquid Glass Miracle Smoothing Sealant. So it contains vegan keratin that's really going to help build that moisture and that protein over time in your hair. So you can start using that now. And what we like to say is it's really like an at-home keratin treatment for your hair. It helps the cuticle lay flat, which when it does that, it gets that really high shine finish with less frizz. And the best part about it is it actually lasts through 3 washes. So you'll have that beautiful, gorgeous hair up to 3 washes. So it's something that you can start now, but it's definitely one of those products that you want to use on the day of or the day before your wedding to really help your style last. And then of course, if you can try to space out your colorings a little bit leading up to the big day, so you're processing your hair a little bit less, that's definitely going to be healthier for the hair. And we have a huge assortment of blonde hair care products to really help brighten your blonde in between those colorings, or even help brighten your blonde that week of your wedding to really take out that brassiness.
Love that. I love the tip about not coloring your hair as often
Yes.
before, so that it's a little healthier.
Yes.
Especially
Yeah,
as a fake blonde. If I'm coloring my hair too much, it gets very dried out.
Exactly.
Okay, so our next question is for P.volve, and how would you recommend brides motivate themselves to get wedding ready at home? How do you motivate yourself to work out at home?
So I'm a planner, and I need to plan everything. But beyond that, I'm also very visual. And I think that relates to a lot of people as well, especially when it's your wedding day. So whether you put up a picture of your wedding dress, or maybe there's some inspiration of, a body part or something that someone you want to look like, I think having this kind of mood board to remind yourself every day is also really important. And having a kind of countdown calendar. So every day you wake up, it's an X, and not every day has to be a workout. It can be a recovery day. Recovery is just as important as the actual workout itself, maybe even a little bit more. But, feeling that sense of accomplishment of like, okay, I did it. And also I think, this is kind of like the theme of easing into it, really not going in thinking I'm going to start working out 7 days a week and I only have a month to get ready for my wedding. Really kind of giving yourself that 3 to 4 months to prime your body and prime yourself, starting with 2 days a week and then going up to 3 and then to 4, and then that 2 weeks before your wedding, really amping it up. And I think having an accountability partner is so important. That's why you have bridesmaids, right? Make sure that they are kicking your butt and texting you like, okay, we're going to do this together. Take a class together. Now that everything is online, it doesn't matter if you guys don't live in the same city. You can be, all over the world or all over the US, and get in a class together and really make sure that you have someone there that's cheering you on and pushing you. And if you have a bad day, it's okay. Tomorrow's a new one, and just keep on going.
Yes, I love that. Even if it's everyone going on your bachelorette together, or if you end up going anywhere, you can kind of all motivate each other as well. I just want to add, if anyone has any questions throughout, just feel free to put them in the chat and we'll try to answer them. And then also we're going to announce our P.volve giveaway winner, and she is winning the ultimate kit, which includes 3 months digital membership for free, which is valued at $275. And the winner of that is Jillian C. So if you didn't win, everyone is getting a 20% discount code to use on p.volve.com, and you just enter the code P.volve-bride20. So our next question is for Kleinfeld, and step 1 of the dress is budget. So how does a bride set her dress budget? What goes into a wedding dress budget? And once a bride selects her dress, how long does it take for a bride to receive her dress?
So the budget is one of the most important things that a bride should set for wedding dress shopping. Most importantly, you want to get a dress that's within your price range. So when setting that budget, you want to ensure that the dress, then the entire ensemble for your dress You also want to include your accessories, your headpiece, your veil, which is very important, even though nowadays most people are deciding to opt out on the veil and just do the headpiece. But you also want to consider your alterations, which every bride is going to need alterations for their wedding dress. So when you're setting a budget, you just kind of want to keep all those little things in mind because they go into the wedding dress budget when you're shopping. The first thing you want to do in preparation, you want to look at pictures, look at outfits, do some research on designers and styles that you may like and styles that you have seen, and kind of discover what designers charge for their type of gowns. And also look at websites and Pinterest and things like ultimately plan to spend X amount for this type of dress. Also, too, you want to make sure that when your dress comes in, which it takes about, I'll say about 6 to 8 months for your dress to come in. So you do want to plan ahead at least 9 to 12 months before the wedding. Alterations, they take about 8 to 10 weeks before the wedding for your dress to actually be altered and fitted to your body. So you want to take that in consideration as well when it comes to planning and timing and things like that, and just making sure you're ready.
Yeah, that was one thing I actually did not know when I went to go look for my dress. I was like, what? It takes 9 months to make a dress? I had no idea that it was that long of a process. Thank God my mom watches Say Yes to the Dress all the time, so she like knew that. I did not know. So next we're going to chat about tips for matching accessories to your dress. So for me with Oreo, I would suggest that really keeping your accessories pretty classic on the day of your wedding and maybe having a little bit more fun with it for your bachelorette or your honeymoon. Or I think that Oreo is a great gift to your bridesmaids as well. I'm wearing one of our necklaces. I think it's such a cute gift to give your all of your bridesmaids something really nice, or even if you want to have fun with a look for the night before your wedding. I think that's where you can kind of go with like some more trendy in style type of pieces. And then I think we have the winner for the Oreo giveaway. So the winner for the Oreo giveaway who receives a $200 gift card is Alexander R. So yes, exciting stuff. Next up, we have the DIY bride. So this is for Dry Bar. And for the DIY bride or bridesmaid who'd like to do her own hair, what are some key products or tools you'd absolutely suggest if they're going for curled looks?
Yeah, that's a great question. So first of all, the trends that we're really seeing right now with wedding hair is that really soft, romantic look. So softer curls, you're seeing a lot of brides wear their hair down, or if it is up, you're seeing it in what we call like a low teeny or a low updo. So something low, soft, and romantic. So to really get that look at home, maybe without your stylist, we have a brand new tool that we just came out with a couple months ago. And it's called the Mixologist Interchangeable Styling Iron. So what it is, let me just show you guys the box so you can kind of see all the parts there. So it comes with one handle, and then you get these 3 different barrels. So you get a classic curling iron, you get a wand, and everyone's favorite, you get a waver in there. And this is so easy to achieve on your own and at home. Anyone can do it. You can kind of see, I'll show you guys, it really creates kind of that, it's a beachy look, but a little bit more polished, and you get that really high shine finish with it, with our tools and the technology that they have. But it's super easy to use. You just kind of work through and clamp your hair. But I would say the Mixologist is a must-have tool. Anyone can use it. You can then turn around and change out the attachments, and your bridesmaids can use it as well, and do it a little bit different curl on there. And then in terms of really preparing, if you are going to go for that soft, hair down romantic style, we recommend washing your hair on the day of, so you really get those soft flowing waves and curls. And of course, using liquid glass, that's going to keep that style really locked into your hair, and it's actually going to fight frizz and humidity throughout the night. So that's really going to keep you in check. If you are doing an updo, we recommend washing your hair about the day before, just so you get some of that natural moisture in the hair that you can really use to then put it up.
Amazing. That tool looks amazing. I think I need to get that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we have the Dry Bar giveaway winner, who is winning one Smooth and Shine kit, and it's valued at $230, and the winner of that is Hannah J. Okay, so our next question is for Back to Beauty. So for the DIY bride, do you have any tips for makeup application at home?
Yeah, 100%. I think one of the most important things is, firstly, sit down, take your time when you're going to practice. Don't see it as a super stressful thing. Don't overthink it. Sit down and experiment. There's no right and wrong. So just experiment, try different colors, try different things. But what I would definitely suggest is look like yourself. I think, you know, when I would do a lot of bridals, and I see it happen all the time, is people will come with a picture and say, I want to look like this. And it might be, a really beautiful makeup on a celebrity or, a close friend, and it'll be a dark smoky eye. And when I'd ask, okay, so how do you wear your makeup every day? And they'd say, oh, I don't wear makeup. But you don't want to look like someone else on your wedding day. You want to look like yourself. So you should if you wear a dark smoky eye every day, then do that on your wedding. Otherwise, you're going to look like someone else. But equally, if you are someone who does a supernatural look, then stick with a natural look, but just enhance it a little bit more. Add a little bit more shimmer or a little bit more, of a smokiness under the eye, but don't go and be someone completely different, because your husband won't recognize you as you start walking up the aisle. You want to look like yourself. But one thing that I would really say is important is when you are practicing and you are experimenting, take pictures. And I can't stress this enough, because the way that you'll remember your wedding day is by looking back at these pictures years and years and years later. You want to look back at these pictures, and makeup does look different in person than what it does in an image. And I think that that's the biggest piece of advice I can give anyone that's doing their own makeup. Do it, take pictures, and if you want to advance that even further, turn your pictures into black and white. It's so easy to do on your phone, or anywhere. There's so many apps. Try not to put too many filters on. Try and look at the real image, but turn it into black and white, and that will honestly show you the mistakes that you've made. You will see where your contour is a little bit patchy, and it's a good thing. And then you've got time. You've got time to practice. You've got time to perfect those skills, and also really invest in your brushes. These are your best friends. They are your tool that are going to help you achieve it. If you've not got the right brushes, all you're doing is making life a little bit more difficult for you. It's not that you won't achieve a perfect look, but it will just be a little bit trickier. So yeah, 100%. Enjoy it, take pictures, and look like yourself are my biggest pieces of advice.
I love that. I've never heard the black and white tip before. That's a really good one. We do have an audience question, and this is for Kleinfeld. People want to know what styles are best for different body types, so plus, petite, etc.
So for different body types, I love this question. It's all in what you feel most comfortable and most beautiful in. I could sit here and say, well, if you're a plus size, then you should only wear an A-line or a ball gown, which just isn't true. I've had many, many plus size women try on like that fitted mermaid, and when I tell you, they feel just as sexy and just as confident in those fitted dresses that accentuates their curves in the right way, just as someone who you would normally suggest wearing that type of silhouette for. So I say trust your consultant 100%. Go in with an open mind and ready to just try new things, because you never know. Something that looks good on the hanger or something that could not look good on the hanger because essentially be the best dress in the entire store and look amazing on you. So trust your gut.
Love that. Yeah, I feel like it's so important to try every shape and not have any thoughts of exactly what shape you want to try on going in. I feel like you gotta do it all so that you can get a sense. So next for Dr. Dennis Gross, what are the necessary steps for a DIY facial at home?
The answer is that you do a facial at home. I mean, that's really the answer. And the good news is that you can. As a dermatologist, I love the fact that I created a facial steamer that you can use at home that is actually designed directly from the facial unit we have in my office. So I really recommend facials in general. I do think that facials are a fantastic way to really hydrate the skin. You talk about radiance, that's that magical, beautiful glow that your skin gets. And then it also works to plump your skin. And so why wait once a month to see a doctor or a spa person? So I created this facial unit, this at home, it's 9 minutes. It's on our website, it's on Sephora.com. And it has a specific kind of heat, right? It's not too hot, it's super warm, but it's still, you're able to really like put your face close to it. So if you have large pores on your T-zone or in through here, so you can really go close, which is what an esthetician would do, right, in the office. So you can do that at home with this device. And the steamer also has a certain amount of pressure, and and here again, pressure it's got to be directed so it can really get into those pores. But you don't want something too crazy pressurized because then you get little broken capillaries. I know that. I've seen people coming in with that issue because they've done silly things like put their head in boiling water trying to get the steam, So this is what all these things that I mentioned earlier sort of said, hey, you know what? This is why people really should have an at-home facial steamer. And so what I also find really important is lots of times you can actually convert your regular facial into an anti-aging facial. And how do you do that? Well, what you want to do is you now have to select a serum to put on right after you come out. You finish your steam at home. It's 9 minutes. You can do it once a week. A once-a-week facial leading up to your wedding at home is incredible. So you can then add a serum to start to make it more like targeted for your anti-aging concerns. How about, and pick your one or two problems. Do I not like my uneven skin tones? Is it my pores that look too big? Do I have some patchy redness that I want to look better? There are serums for all these things. You can look at this. And then you put that on and you're starting to create an anti-aging serum, right? How about one for collagen? And then, key thing, you put on a moisturizer right after you've done this because you want to seal in that hydration from your facial steaming. And this is a really important little trick, not a trick, it's part of the professional mindset, but you can do at home, which is you put on hyaluronic acid is the ingredient to look for, right? In a moisturizer. So we have something called moisture cushion, a super lightweight but super hydrating and a moisturizer gel you put on after your steam that really seals it and holds it in, right? And that's a key thing about hydration and moisturization, if I might tell you, because there is this thing called water content of the skin. So it's not just about putting moisturizer on, it's having internal hydration. So that's what putting on a facial steam once a week or twice a week if you want, and then serum, and then hydrate and plump and retain it. It's an incredible instant look. Do that the night before your wedding.
Love that. We love HA. Okay, so for P.volve, how can you fit fitness into your routine when your routine has been turned upside down during COVID and wedding planning?
Yeah, I actually think there's really no better time than right now because there's no, barriers to entry in a sense of there's no travel restrictions, right? There's no, I wanted to try that gym, but it takes me forever to get there. I can't make it because I work from these hours, or they don't have classes at the time that kind of accommodate to my schedule. I really feel like now we've kind of been forced to adapt to this, make it happen from home mentality. And there's really no better time to just take that leap of faith and try working out from home. You can really work out on your own schedule, anytime, anywhere. With P.volve, you don't need a lot of space. You don't need a lot of equipment. You can do it with no equipment at all and just your own body weight. And I think it's just about taking that first step in trying to transform and then kind of adapt to that new lifestyle of working out and doing all these things from home, from working out, skincare, facial, you know, it's this new normal. And I think I've personally seen a lot of great results from not only, you know, me and our other P.volve team members, but from brides to be and our other members as well, achieving these results from home.
Totally. And I think it's just crucial to do for your mental health as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't work out, even if it's 10 minutes, like just a stretch, just move my body.
Yeah.
Like movement to me is just medicine, and it doesn't have to be a 55-minute workout or a 30-minute. It can just be a little stretch and open up the back and open up your hips and just get your blood flowing. My whole day is just transformed.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're stuck inside.
Yeah.
So our next set of questions is going to be for those who represent brands that have in-person opportunities like dress shopping, skincare procedures, workouts. What should consumers expect from those experiences during COVID? So for Kleinfeld, what do current in-store appointments look like right now, and what should brides bring to go dress shopping?
Well, at Kleinfeld, our appointments are still as magical as they were before COVID. It's just we've changed it up a little bit. So upon coming in, you have to get your temperature checked at the door, and we have hand sanitizers throughout the entire bridal salon. Also, too, when you're trying on the gowns, you have to keep your mask on the entire time that you're there. And you can bring up to 2 guests. So the 2 people that you bring to your appointment, make sure they're the most important people in your life that you cannot not say yes to a dress without. Or if you want to bring, if you feel like you need that aunt who has been there forever, or like the maid of honor who just couldn't make it the day of, you can always bring them back to your fittings. But during your actual appointment, we have 2 people. As soon as you finish trying on a gown, we have this new department that we have set up aside for steaming and sanitizing the gowns once you're finished trying them on. So we've been really efficient with making sure everything is sanitized, everything has been clean, and ready for the next bride to try on the next dress. So when you come in, bring your favorite 2 girls or your favorite girl and your favorite guy with you, and be ready to try on as 8 dresses that you can, because it really only takes about between 6 to 8 dresses to narrow down exactly what you're looking for, kind of style that you're looking for, what you're feeling, and then essentially to say yes to a dress. I say the best thing that you can bring with you to your appointment to help you be mostly prepared and ready is an open mind and to be able to trust your consultant. I can't stress it enough. Wedding dress shopping is a fun experience. It's nothing to stress about. It's nothing to worry about. When you get in the store, we take care of you like we are your family and we are your best friend. So you just be ready to enjoy yourself and have a great appointment and say yes to the dress like you do on the show.
Love that. I mean, if you love what you look like with a mask on, then you're going to love your dress even more today.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. So for P.volve, are any of your studios open for sessions? What does that look like right now? Do you offer one-on-one consults?
Yeah, so our Chicago and LA studios are open. We have a heated tent outdoor in Chicago that you can do group classes or personal training. Our beautiful, gorgeous LA studio just opened. It has 2 outdoor terraces, same thing, private or group. New York, you can only do personal training. So yes, you can do in person, but I really, I think a lot of people have kind of adapted to this virtual training style, or even jumping into our classes. We do offer 15-minute free consultations when you are on your trial. That is, it doesn't matter if you're a bride or what, 15-minute free consultations. But whether you are in those cities or not, we know how special this day is, and we are, here to help make all your dreams come true.
Love that. Okay, so for Huda, Are any of your makeup reps offering one-on-one appointments, and what does that look like given COVID? Should they bring anything with them? Are there virtual consult opportunities?
Yeah, so this is something new that we started around about March, when all of this craziness started happening, and we realized that, you know, not just brides, but everyone wants makeup advice, whether it's just for every day, whether it's for a special event. You know, we need experts that are able to advise us, and we did launch virtual consultations. It's completely complimentary on hudabeauty.com, and there's a few different services you can do there. So if you are someone that just wants to find out about, you know, what color foundation you should go for, there's actually a self-service on there. There's a shade finder tool that you can just answer a few questions, and it'll help you narrow it down to the right color for you. And I've found personally that it's been really accurate, you know, for my shade, for other people that have already used the brand, to find our own shade. But what we do have is you can actually log on and have a face-to-face consultation with our makeup experts. So they are dotted all over, not only America, but dotted around the globe, all our different experts in a range of different languages as well, with a different years experience. And you can either talk to them perhaps just about your shade matching, or you can talk to them about advice. You know, you can just ask them, what colors do you think would be right for my eyes? What colors do you think would be right for my lips? Or if you want to go that little bit step further, what you can also book in for is a step-by-step application technique. And what the artist will actually do is have their set of brushes, you sit on the other side with your set of brushes, and you will actually do the makeup together. So the artist will be there and actually guide you and say, you know, there's too much product on your brush, just take a little bit off and, you know, blend a little bit more, or your contour is too low, lift it a bit higher. And sometimes these are the things that you don't realize you're getting wrong. You know, when you take that picture, that doesn't look right, but I don't know why. And then if you've got someone there, you know, even if you've done a few practice rounds, show them your pictures and then say, you know, what is it that I'm not getting right? Or do half your face. What is it that I'm not getting right? And they can talk you through step by step. And this is, like I said, it's something new we started just earlier this year. I would suggest booking in advance because it's such a popular service that we offer. Like I said, it's not just for brides, it is for everyone. So I would really book in advance for that as well. But please take advantage of that. It's amazing. You can sit at home, still in your pajamas, and get all of that advice. You don't even need to go into the store. So yeah, please take advantage of that.
Love that. That sounds really helpful. So we have the winner of the Huda Beauty giveaway, and it is Kylie M, who is receiving a product gift bag valued at $500. Okay, so for our final takeaway for everyone, what is one last piece of advice for brides-to-be and their bridal parties from professional experience? So Candace, let's start with you.
My best advice would be to enjoy, do not stress. The wedding day, there are so many things that you want to capture, you want to remember. Do not stress. Just, it's not good for your skin, it's not good for your hair, it's not good for your body, it's not good for your nails. Don't stress. And when you come shopping for your wedding dress, just make sure that you have fun, you have budget, you have your pictures, and any inspiration that you have for that big day. So when you look back on that wedding day, that you feel confident and you feel proud, and you know, it's memorable.
Definitely. Love that. Anna?
So I do a lot of event planning with Drybar, and I think that one of the things with a big day or an event in just general is expect that something may not go your way, and be able to roll with that punch and know that it's okay. So if you go into it kind of expecting that maybe there might be one or two hiccups, it's a lot easier to let it roll. And in terms of hair, I loved all the Huda Beauty tips. I think those are some amazing, amazing tips to really, for your hair, practice what you want in advance, really find all those looks you want on Pinterest if you are gonna go to a stylist, so you can be super specific and talk to them about your hair health too, and really what your hair goals are. You know, our dry bar shops are open right now, depending on, you know, where you live, and they are limited. So, you know, you can always go in there for an appointment with a tutorial, but if you are going in there ahead of the big day, make sure that you're just booking that in advance. But have fun, bring your favorite retouching hair products with you on the big day, whether it's your triple sec to add that extra fullness or a little extra hairspray. So make sure your bridesmaids have that little first aid hair kit ready for you during pictures and the ceremony. But obviously just enjoy it and have fun.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so Dr. Dennis Gross, last takeaways.
The big one obviously is, you know, I see patients in my practice in Manhattan, is the conversation says, okay, is it time to try Botox? Is it time to tweak my Botox? Is it time to try filler? You know, I've been tempted, I really want to look good. So, or do I want to tweak the filler I'm already doing? Is there something new I want to try? If so, how do we plan it? Maybe want to go for lasers, right? The lasers are that redness that's bothering you, those dark spots that's bothering you, whatever it is, there's laser treatments, right? Some don't have any downtime. So the conversation for the brides really takes a step up, right? And the key thing is that when I have those conversations, it's really important to understand, one of the things we're hearing a lot of today is that natural, right? Best conversation you really have to have, and don't wait till the last minute. Anything where had it go until you tried it first, you know, and never go to sleep with makeup on, folks. That's number one. Don't do that before your wedding, please.
Yes, definitely agree with that one. Rachel?
Okay, so I have two things. One, I think just echoing what everybody said, you know, that day is all about you. And I think it's like the one day that it can be all about you. So milk it, take advantage of it. And if something goes wrong, it shouldn't be your problem. Let someone else deal with it, you know, and just kind of enjoy that day of everybody giving you that, you know, extra attention. And second, I think, yes, there always is going to be something going wrong. There is going to be something to stress about. But I think when these big celebrations and parties, we kind of lose sight of what it's really about, right? And you're there to marry your best friend and really enjoy with them and your family and your friends. And I think we can easily get distracted by the napkins are the wrong color, or this one's not coming, or this is wrong. And that's not what it's about. It's really about that love that you're sharing with your partner.
Definitely. That's definitely a really good and Sadia?
So I think from a makeup point of view, in the lead up, don't try and do your makeup every single day. Have, you know, I kind of mentioned at the beginning that your makeup will only look as good as the skin underneath. So have, you know, your Sunday is your makeup free day. You know, make sure you are really taking good care of your skin in the lead up, because that then helps your makeup. The two are really that on the day, plan time. If you've been practicing your makeup and you know you can do it in an hour, leave yourself 2 hours, because you are going to be, you know, a little bit more stressed perhaps, or a little bit more anxious, or maybe just a little bit more, you know, excited, and you don't want to leave things to be timed to the very last minute. I would suggest giving yourself that little bit extra time, having your, you know, favorite chilled music on in the background, things that are going to relax you. You know, you should enjoy it. And I get, you know, you may be doing your makeup yourself, it wasn't the original plan, but you know what, that's what it is. And if you've practiced, if you've planned it, line up all your products in order, all of those small things can make such a difference to just making the whole experience on the day a lot more relaxing and enjoyable for you as well. And, you know, have fun, enjoy it. That's the main thing. And, you know, all the other tips that have been given today, you know, look like yourself. Don't try and look completely different. You know, all of those things are really, really important. But yeah, the most important thing on the day, because the thing is as well, if you're getting stressed and a little bit worked up, your skin will heat up, your makeup won't set properly. So it's, you know, getting stressed out and getting worked up is not going to help in any of these situations. So, you know, make sure that you are super chilled, the right music, a nice order of your makeup, and just have everything as much to plan as possible that's going to de-stress you on the day.
Okay, so that wraps up our event. I hope you guys got some good tips out of that. I know that I got a lot of tips, and this was so fun, and it was so great to see so many different perspectives. And I just want to mention to everyone as a reminder to look out for our email recap with discount codes on at-home products and subscriptions from each brand. So everyone have a good night, and thank you so much for attending.